and as Dan Birmingham says, sneaky moves and shots. As always, with two of the very best, it is tough to score.
Yeah, you've got to expect the rounds to be close, but what's surprising me is the fact that Winky Wright still coming forward and actually beginning to impose himself on Hopkins. Jab working for maybe the first time, working regularly for the first time in the fight. Hopkins on his bike more than standing his ground and slipping punches.
This the round when Bernard Hopkins became the first man ever to stop Oscar De La Hoya, and the weight and the job just too much for the Golden Boy. At 11 stone 6 at middleweight. But Winky Wright up at 12-2 for the first time is coping. He just stabs the eye again, and that will spur Hopkins on.
See, that is a bit of an experience from such an experienced man, but he's really fired up, really putting everything he's got into this. Now, good left hand from Wright.
Only 25 knockouts in 51 wins for Ronald Winky Wright, but his team believe that opponents don't know how strong he is until they have to share a ring with him.
Well, I think you can hear the crowd here because of the turn in the action towards Winky Wright. I think obviously people have put a fair bit of money onto Winky Wright, and things look to have turned in his favour here.
Right jab from Wright. Those hitting gloves from Hopkins. Been a real swing in this. Ronald Winky Wright surely grabbing rounds here.
Yeah, he's putting punches together, throwing just straightforward southpaw jabs followed by the left cross. Hopkins realising, but again towards the end of the round, he's done that so often early in his career, stolen rounds in the last half minute or so, and he's trying to do it again here. Maybe just hypnotise the judges as he's done before, but Wright has put out a lot of work in the first couple of minutes of this round.
A huge effort from Ronald Winky Wright in some of these sessions.
Next time you do that, I'm going to take a point from you.
Next time, a point's off, says Robert Bird, and Hopkins could ill afford that at this stage.
That's all.
Well, he seems tired right at the end of these rounds, but he's winning some of them. To have at ringside. It's been a star-studded boxing crowd we've had here to enjoy this one.
Yeah, well, the people who buy tickets for Winky Wright and Bernard Hopkins, well, they're boxing fans. You know, they appreciate the game and they know the game, and they've responded well. But you can hear the way the crowd has lifted, the way Winky Wright has got himself into this. That's a nasty cut.
You got to punch on the inside, not just block.
Protect yourself inside.
You're boxing, run the numbers on the inside.
Antonio Leonard doing well with it though, in the right corner. Las Vegas, the home of boxing. These two old masters have 9 minutes to go.
Well, you can see the scorecard right, tightening things up on my card, not allowing Hopkins to come back with the fancy moves, the fancy counters, the little chopping punches. I think he realised he had to raise the pace, and he's responded.
As he turned things back in his favour, Ronald Winky Wright. Does Hopkins really have to respond here? They open up. That only being glimpses and cameos that you can see. Neither one wants to lose this battle.
Well, Wright doesn't seem to have a problem. At 170 pounds, he's still looking strong. I won't say fresh because it's been such a hard battle for him, but he's still in there. still holding his own in every department.
And how come Hopkins' game has been effective? What has Wright specifically done to close the ground and the fight?
Well, I think he started putting punches together, and that's what you have to do against the counter-puncher. In the first few rounds, he was pumping the punches out, but leaving himself open for counters. But now he's throwing them 2s and 3s, and just trying to impose himself a bit more, maybe a bit more method in what he's doing.
Hopkins with a combination. Wright's defense helping him out there. I think you're right, Jim. They've been angered by the criticism in the build-up, and that's why they're delivering.
Yeah, and they're really fired up, and you can imagine what a feather it would be in Winky Wright's cap if he could get a result here. And he's putting everything he's got into this. He's not used to being in these kind of fights, and then the way he's stuck with this really has been commendable.
He's never ducked anybody, and his 3 defeats have been close and controversial. In France, a long, long time ago, to Julio Cesar Vasquez, to Fernando Vargas and Harry Simon, but he hasn't lost since 1999. Quality operator.
Well, Hopkins, I think, has realised he has to get himself back into this. He's responding, but still Wright keeping that little bit busier.
Clapperboard for the end of the 10th. Left hand from Winky Wright.
This is a decent round for Wright, but I think it's taken a lot out of him. An awful lot out of him.
Leave it all here, Wink. You probably gave him that round. You did good. Leave it all, Wink. Out boxing. How you feel, Jim? I know it's tough, man. You should make some.
You're doing a little head movement for me, okay? I just don't walk right to a little head movement, your face, okay? All right? Open them up. Now, B, the body shot's gonna hurt him, and the head shot's gonna finish him, okay? I promise you, okay? Try that right. When you're on the inside, drop down.
Never really marked up Bernard Hopkins, but Winky Wright is gaining the ascendancy.
Yeah, well, there's another round where Wright lost his way a little bit in the last half minute, 40 seconds, but he did a lot of good work in the first couple of minutes.
Well, Bernard Hopkins has been scheduled to go 12 rounds on 31 occasions and has done it 15 times. Winky Wright on 23 and has managed it 19 times. Old pros who never get stopped. It's going the distance again, surely. And Winky Wright driving himself forward. And maybe to another tremendous win.
The southpaw jab is working a little bit better the longer this one goes. Obviously the pace slowing the 42-year-old legs as well. So Wright just really has to dig in here.
You've got to remember that Bernard Hopkins said he wouldn't fight past 40, and after he beat Antonio Tarver, he announced his retirement again. First fight since then, a year and a month later. May have made the mistake. Still giving it everything. Will that be enough?
Well, Hopkins is trying to counter, and at this late stage in such a close fight, you would think he would want to initiate a few more attacks. But those shots were blocked from him.
Wright shakes his head. Psychologically, he's beginning to win the battle too.
Good left hand from Wright, but not able to sustain anything at the moment.
And the crowd once again shout, Wink. They've really got into it.